Sweat dripped down his forehead. At the same time, his fingertips froze. His legs went numb as the blood froze in his veins. His right eye was wandering. His heart was pounding. A dog the size of a man was sitting at the entrance to the road. He was gnawing at his broken chain like a bone. The clouds in the sky had stopped the wind on the ground. The spotted butterflies flying over the leaves of the green grove did not fly towards the dog because of their fear. The sound of a mugamat, which was heard from somewhere, irritated the dog even more. Every time the owner of the distant sound rang a bell under the hoarse radio waves, the dog dragged the small piece of iron it had broken with its teeth on the ground with greater force. He recognized his innate fear that shook his body again. Although his fear was born with him, it had grown out of him. As a child, his fear was also a child. He used to play with his fear in his raw days. He would stand in the middle of the road like a goat, fearlessly watching the cars rushing here and there for hours. Or he would climb onto the roof of a 9-story building and swing down from the open balcony. As the years passed, his fear grew inside him. The life he lived seemed from afar to be the life of a fearless man. In his youth, he did not let his fear show. He would tuck it away like dirty clothes piled up in a narrow closet and hide it. Then years passed, and one day, the shelves of this closet could not bear the weight and broke. His fear came out in all its nakedness. In recent days, his fear had turned him completely white. It gushed out like water from his eyes. He had no peace or comfort. Even in peaceful times, he would rush somewhere as if he were on horseback. He would rush to sleep. His life was shrouded in the darkness of fear. He could no longer work. He was afraid of people. He did not answer his wife. He sat down silently on the wet ground between the rose arches. His wife watered him with a watering can, just as she watered the roses. The roses smelled sweetly. Each time they were watered, they grew a finger's length. He was afraid of the roses first, then of the water. He looked at his wife's face in fear. His wife saw that he was afraid and said, "Stop, go put on some clothes. You'll catch a cold." He went home. As he put on his light summer shirt, his eyes wandered to the blue sea that could be seen through the window. It was a sunny, beautiful summer day. There were many people on the beach. They were relaxing, carefree, and free from fear. His wife entered the room and asked, "Did you swim in the sea?" "Yes, I did," she said. His wife asked, "How was the water?" she asked. "It was hot," he said, and felt his stomach churn again. His heart was pounding, his knees were giving out of strength, and the fear that rose from somewhere deep inside him to his head weakened his body and exhausted him. He gathered himself. It was hot. It was hot. I told you the water was hot. Why do you always ask me how the water is? What do you want from me? Why don't you believe me?" He shouted and turned around in fear and looked at his wife. His wife didn't hear him. She was looking out the window at the sea, and there was a newly sprouted fear in her eyes.